How's it going, everybody? Scorpio Blanco here, doing a video review of the Maisto assembly line model kits. I'm a Ferrari freak, as you'll learn, I'm sure, as through watching my videos. I've already assembled the Ferrari F50 and the 458 Italia. I have here the Enzo Ferrari. I got it at Hobby Lobby for $22.99. And I like these model kits a lot because they're super easy to put together. They cater to the impatient person that I am. There's no paint or glue or bull crap or whatever. So I just got this one. I figured I'd crack it open. I'd show you a couple things about it. I've been wanting to do these video reviews for a long time. Just, you know, and special thanks out to Jeepers Media and especially to Tolstoy Kopkaevsky and Cutlery Lover for inspiring me to do these. Finally got my camera. It's a Sony Bloggy. I don't even have an opinion on it, but once I do, I'll probably post a video review on that. Speaking of Cutlery Lover and Tolstoy Kopkaevsky, I'm going to use my completely legal, non-gravity assisted blade here to open this up. And what you get in the box is you get the body is completely assembled, already painted and everything. You see at the top, you're like, why do I even have to put this together? But there are a couple things, you know, you put together like the dashboard and everything. What I don't understand is why they give you two sets of rims. They give you like shiny and not shiny. And it's like I'm putting together a Ferrari Enzo. Why would I bother to use the matte finish rims? Who has like plain gray plastic rims on their car? I ask you. I'm not sure. But anyway, reduce, reuse, recycle. So anyway, you got your screwdriver here, which I don't know why they provide. It's kind of a waste of money. There's only 2 or 3 screws tops. There were 3 in the F50. You might be able to see them in the bottom there, 3 screw holes, but really just like 2 screws tops in any of these. All you really do is snap it together. There's, like I said, no glue, no paint, no bull crap. It's great. I like them a lot. So I'm just going to put these to the sides. Get out the screwdriver there. And I do recycle. As a matter of fact, Happy New Year, everybody. This is one of the only New Year's resolution I ever kept was to start recycling, and now my whole family recycles, so you guys should too. So we open up the package. We've got our 2 sets of rims, crappy, and the ones you're actually going to use. We have 4 tires, which you just put on the rims, and then we have it says 37 pieces, which I've never counted or anything before, but I'm inclined to believe it, and I'm not going to waste my footage time counting said 37 pieces. But 37 pieces, when you think about it, is not a lot, especially if you were ever a Lego enthusiast. You know that even the most retarded of Lego sets come with like at least 50 pieces. They are like, you know, jigsaw puzzles or anything. But what I like about these is even though it's really easy to put together, it's still this is a bit of a challenge on putting them together. It's not, you know, they do snap tight, but sometimes you sort of have to figure out what it is that you have to do to get them together correctly, and the instructions are actually pretty vague. So this would probably be good, I'd say, for like a smart 12-year-old and up. You don't want to give this to a kid unless you're planning to build it with them. I wanted to build like real models for a while, and I built an El Camino once, and it came out okay, but I'm just so impatient, and I just cannot wait for paint to dry, and I don't know how to put it on correctly, and like I don't have $150 to put into an airbrush machine, which I may end up doing. I'm very obsessive. Whenever I get into something, I put tons of money into it, which is sort of why I started doing these reviews, actually, so I can use my crap to help other people, is because, like, especially Tolstoy and you know, just other reviewers, like I'd like want to buy a transformer, and I'd be like, well, should I buy this? And I'd go online, I'd look it up. So my computer's broken right now, so it'll probably be a month or 2 before I get this actually edited and put up. I just had to buy the camera. It was on sale. Super awesome guy over at the Best Buy. Normally I hate going to Best Buy, but this guy at this particular Best Buy was kind of awesome. So I ended up getting it from him. Anyway, back to the Enzo. So you're gonna take all the stuff out of the package, and you got to take this little plastic thing off. It keeps the doors from going up. Super cool Lambo style doors. The only thing Lamborghinis have on Ferraris is those doors. Lamborghinis suck. Porsches suck even worse. Yuppies and soccer moms drive Porsches. If you're going to make race cars, you don't design an SUV, a van. If you drive a Porsche Cayenne, you're an idiot. Anyway, being a Ferrari freak, I really wish they would make a Testarossa, because it's my favorite. I was actually going to wear my Testarossa shirt that a great friend of mine got me for Christmas a couple years back. I totally forgot. I might wear it in a later review. But Testarossas are awesome. Outrun is awesome. If you've never played Outrun, get on Xbox Live, download the demo, go to your local arcade. If they have Outrun, pat them on the back, tell them I said thank you, and play it, because it's good stuff. So, let's see what we got here. We got all these Maisto kits come with these door things. The first thing that it usually wants you to do, let me look at the instructions here, is, let's see. Yep, like I thought. Step one, as it has been with the F50 and the 458 Italia, is to put the door stuff in, like where the door handle would be. So you just like lift this up over here. I don't know how well you can see it. There's a couple of little nubs coming out from the door there, and there's a couple of holes that will receive those. So you're just going to put those in. It's pretty much the easiest thing you're going to do. You just, all you got to do is make sure which one's right and which one's left. It's a little difficult with the Lambo style doors, because I couldn't tell which one was which. I know my left from my right, I promise, but they're a little backwards because of the Lambo style doors. I thought the right one was going to be the left one, but I was wrong. Let's see. Alright, snap tight, goes straight in. These mirrors are a little wonky. See how this mirror is off? Scoot that over. There we go. There's probably some stickers for the, because there's no reflective edge there, but anyway. I hope this is lit well. I've never done this before. I'm doing it all in one shot a la Tolstoy, because at first I was like, how come he never edits anything? And then I was like, oh, that's because he wants to throw in his 2 cents about politics and religion and, you know, everything else. So I was like, yeah, maybe I'll completely rip that off. Hope you don't mind. Probably won't start doing that yet. I don't know. Universal healthcare is great. Okay, now I've started. Alright, so I got the doors in there. What the heck is this piece? These things. These things apparently go towards the, what would be the back glass. If I can figure out where that is. Oh yeah, okay, here we go. Yeah, they sort of cover up the air intake on the sides here. These air intakes. One of my favorite things about the Testarossa is the egg slicer doors, and what that is like actual air intake. They put these, like, it was the big brother of the Baron Boxer or whatever. And one of the problems with the Baron Boxer being a mid-engine car was that it got really hot, and so they put these egg slicer doors in so that the air going across the door would actually go into the car and cool off the engine. And I guess that's what these are as well. And step 2 is to put the little plastic things over the air intake so your car will overheat when you drive it. Just totally missed the hole on that one. Alright, there we go. I'm an excellent golfer. Although I do love golf video games. I paid like $100 for Big Tournament Golf for Neo Geo MVS. Shipped it over from Tokyo. Totally worth it. Alright, next it wants me to put on the tail lights. This is pretty interesting. You'll take a look at these. You might be able to see there's just 2 little plastic rods coming out of tail lights, and they go in the back. Is that the tail light? No, these are the headlights. It wants me to put on the headlights. Tail lights? Tail lights. Okay, well the tail lights and the headlights are very similar in how they go on. And I was kind of interested to tell you guys about this part because I think it's kind of ingenious. There's the tail lights. No, these are exhaust pipes. Okay, little exhaust pipes. So you got your little exhaust pipe and then your little rod here on the end. I'm going to go ahead and take some pictures of these. Well, how am I going to do that afterwards? I don't know. I'll figure it out. You guys will be able to see it. I'll figure something out. But anyway, it comes with as an alternative to glue, you've got your little rod here, and then here you've got these little rubber things that you slip it through the car body, and then you put one of these over it to keep it from coming out. Which I thought's kind of an interesting idea. You know, it came with those. Like the first time I was building one, I was like, what are these things? And then as soon as I used them, I was like, that's a pretty interesting idea. And the only complaint I've had with them so far is that on the F50, here, when you do the headlights, the rod on the front of the headlight is too close to the front grille. So there's no place for you to like jam it down in there, and that's where you get the challenge of like building an actual model. It's kind of tough to get it on there. But not so with the exhaust pipe here on the Enzo. Enzo, obviously named after Enzo Ferrari, who I think was the company founder's son. Could be wrong. Google it. Such a mark for Ferraris, that's ridiculous. Just because, you know, I'll probably never own one. I know that the cheapest one is the Ferrari Mundial, which goes for about $10,000. So, you know, those are pretty cool, actually. And they seat 4. I don't know how much cargo space they have, but, you know, being a commuter student, you know, it gets like 14 miles to the gallon, which for a Ferrari is nuts. I don't know. I could be completely wrong about this. I'll fix it in the annotations, but anyway, if this ever gets online. Alright, so we've completed diagram 1, which was door stuff, air intake stuff, and exhaust pipes. So we're going into number 2 now, which is concerned with the dashboard. It says in the instructions, it's like, we're looking at a yellow one here. I kind of wish they'd had the yellow one, because my 450 Italian and my F50 are already red. In my opinion, Ferrari should only come in 4 colors. Those are yellow, red, black, and white. Everything else is stupid. But anyway, first thing it's going to want us to do is put the little odometer sticker and stuff right there inside the dashboard where it would actually go. This is where I find that I'm using the screwdriver most, and, you know, I mean, it helps to, you know, drive screws, of course, but my fingers are big, and so getting it down in there and getting it, oh crap, getting it put in the right place is kind of difficult, and the screwdriver sort of helps with that, because you can kind of just drop it in there and then maneuver it with the screwdriver. Oh, crap. This is by far the smallest sticker I've had to put on any of these so far. Before this, the mirror stickers are pretty tiny, but this one is smaller even than those, and it's posing an actual challenge. Hey, there we go. Alright, now it's in there. Alright. Step 7. Apply steering wheel. Ooh, it's got paddle shifts. And step 7. Easy enough. I don't know if you guys ever played, I don't know, it was Ferrari F355 challenge? I don't know, it's in the arcades, and there's like a screen here and then 2 screens here. And it's even got like a clutch and everything, so you're driving or shifting gears, and it's like the closest you can get to actually driving a Ferrari. I played one of those in an arcade once, and I actually did pretty good on it, and it was like the best thing I ever did in my life. Because I learned to drive a stick about a year ago or so, and it was a rewarding experience. You know, I figured, you know, if the zombie apocalypse comes and the only thing standing between you and life and death is that all the cars that are actually available are stick, you know, at least I'll be able to do that. Anyway, step 8. Pop the dashboard into the car itself under the windshield. Usually this step is really easy, and this time is no different. It was super duper easy. Just goes in there, a couple of slats, you know, insert slat A into tab B. We've completed number 2. Number 3. Okay, headlights and back glass. Very easy. The headlights are going to go in just like the exhaust pipes, except there's 2 little knobs. I hope that the Enzo is easier than the F50, like I was telling you about earlier. I hope I'm being somewhat entertaining. I hope that I'm talking loudly enough and legibly enough to where you can speak to me, because I've never used this camera before, and I don't know how well it picks up on audio. The guy at the Best Buy told me it was great, and I hope he was right. Why are you being difficult? Hope I'm framed up, because otherwise this entire video might be somewhat useless. I tried to check it a couple times, but all my friends are busy, and the ones who are not busy don't want to be around me because I'm sick. Well, that one was a little difficult, but hey, it went in. And that means that even if I lost one of these, I'd be fine. And what's another good thing about this is they give you enough to where if you lost one, you'd be okay. I think it's just one, but, you know, they give you extra, which is good, because these are easy to lose. I haven't lost one yet, but they're pretty easy to lose. which is, I go again to, oh sweet, they're not going to be difficult. I wouldn't give this to like a younger kid, choking hazards, and just the ability to like lose crap, especially if they have a really messy room or whatever. You'll be like vacuuming or whatever, and then you'll find it and you'll be like, what does this go to? And then it'll sit in that like, what does this go to box that you have in your laundry room for 1,000 years, and you'll be like, like, oh, I think that went to my model kit. Well, it's okay because the headlights went in and they were pretty solid, so, headlights pretty easy here. No complaints like I had with the F50. The 458 Italia was also easy. As a matter of fact, that F50 was, other than that, just like all the rest of these Maisto assembly line kits, and like they make other ones. They make like old Ford and Chevy trucks, and they're super cool. I mean, I like how you can just pop them together. It's awesome. My dad actually got one for me and one for my brother for Christmas, and my brother has beef with my dad right now, and he was just going to take back all his stuff, and I was like, well, can I have the other Maisto kit? And he was like, sure. So that's how I got the 458 Italia. He had the F50 for me. He knew. I like the F50s. I like the F40s better. The F40s are awesome, and then like the GTOs and the BBs, not the old GTOs, but the newer ones. I forget what they're called. I have Hot Wheels cars in them. I may review some of those later, but I like review Hot Wheels cars as a whole. I think, just current Hot Wheels, because I collect the Ferraris, and like I'll get some other ones. Like today, I got like a '92 Mustang, and I don't like Mustangs, but anything like Fox body and previous is great. But anything like mid to late 90s and later is stupid, in my opinion, in my humble, honest opinion. Plus, you always see those guys riding around in like their uncle's 97 Mustang, like being idiots in the movie theater parking lot or whatever. But whatever, there are exceptions to every generalization. Like, please don't believe that I believe that if you drive a Mustang, you're an asshole. Because my best friend drives a Mustang and she's amazing. She had to get a jump yesterday because she was stuck at work, and like she had to go home early because she was sick, and she had to have people come pick her up because her Ford is unreliable. I really think she should have gone with Toyota. My personal opinion, Toyotas rock. I'm a Toyota man. They're super reliable and great. Anyway, we've got the headlights on, we got the back glass in. We have finished slide number 3. We're going on to number 4, which brings us to the body here. And typically what they have you do is you've got this piece and this piece. You're going to put the seats in, and then you're going to slap it down and put it all together, and you're going to push it up on this and then screw them together, and that's about it. So yeah, it's going to have you do the seats, the back glass, and then the front axle. For some reason they always have the back axle on but not the front axle. But it's no problem because the whole point is to assemble it, right? Otherwise, why would you buy a model? I mean, unless you just collect the models, which would be cool. I'd kill for a Testarossa. I mean, the car itself, yeah, but like I don't have a Hot Wheels Testarossa, I don't have a scale model Testarossa, I don't have a build, like a real model Testarossa, like with glue and paint and everything, but if I did, I would find a way to be patient enough to construct it and make it look right. Say in the comments if you know, and I could be wrong, but I'm not really into cars. I love Ferraris, I think they look awesome, and I'm Italian. But I heard once that Lancer Evolutions come with a passenger seat as an option, just because they're racing cars and for like weight reduction. Not regular Lancers, because regular Lancers are apparently like family cars that like they fool people into thinking are racing cars, and they're really not, but people buy them anyway because they're easily fooled. But anyway, let me know if you know that for sure, if we got any car buffs out there. Alright, so I did those. I got to do the back glass. I can't tell if I'm putting this in the right way or the wrong way, but this is facing outward, so I'm going to do it this way. And hope that that's right when I snap it all together. I'm sure I'll know. The seat is kind of loose. The passenger seat keeps falling out of place. I know it says no glue, but I may end up using some to put that back into place. I hope these are as easily disassemblable as they are assembled. Anyway. Okay, so we got that done together. Front axle. Just gonna pop that on here. And then everything else goes together, and it's really easy. There's just tabs and holes, and that's all you got to do is put the tab in the hole. Super easy. Everything snaps together. It's beautiful. The seat will not stay. Have to use some like mighty putty or something. I really need to get this seat to stay somehow. It's gonna kill me. This is the first thing that I've come across that's like a problem with these Maisto kits, like except for the F50 headlights. So, you know, consistency of quality is really good, actually. Maybe this is supposed to be the driver's seat? I don't know. I do have some mighty putty around here. Maybe that'll do it. Let me get some glue. Turn on the fan. It's too hot in here. So let's just try a little bit of that. Just a little bit, because I learned well in kindergarten not to use too much. I'll let that cure for just a second. What do we got to do next? Next is tires and screws. So that'll actually be just about it. So yeah, I like them. They're really good. These Maisto kits. I like the detail on the engines in the back is really cool. You can see them all through the glass. Like if you look here on the F50, you can't really see it well through the back glass, but it does open up, and you can see it pretty well like that. They roll really well, actually. So if you got it for a kid and you want to put it together and then like give it to your kid to play with, the door's open. The hood's open on some of these. It will on the Enzo, but I don't think it does on these other ones. And like I said, there's other models, of course. I think the 458 Italian. This opens, but there's no real good way to get it open. I think that's cured enough. Quick drying. Quick drying. All right. Go ahead and pop the pegs in the holes and snap it down. Yeah, it's staying in space now. It says no glue required, but I guess optional. You know, most of it does snap together pretty well. There's not a whole lot of problems with it. All right, so we finished 4. We're moving on to 5, which is put this thing on. I don't know what this is. It's under the front. It's a rear engine car. I guess technically it'd be the trunk, the front trunk. You know, like a Volkswagen or something. But put that on, put the body on, and then it wants me to do the tires and the screws, and that'll be it. So, let's see, just pegs in the holes, no problem. I could glue it if I wanted to, but I don't have to because it snaps pretty tight. Alright, this is the cool steps where you got the bottom, you got the top, and you put them together. And it all just sort of snaps when you got it upside down. Of course, this doesn't really snap. This one just kind of sits. So, I'm going to skip ahead and do the screws before I do the tires. 2 screws, big deal. Drop it in. If I can do that, just drop it in and tighten. No problem. Drop it in and tighten. Easy enough. It feels like it's a little disjointed because of the Lambo doors. They don't quite close like all the way. Well, maybe, yeah, they do. Now that I've got the bottom on, it looks like they close a little better. Alright, now I'm going to get the tires out. And I like how Ferrari does these. Like everybody wants a car that has them, but one's thick, one's thin. That's for the front and the back. I'm going to use the shiny ones, like I said before, because who's going to use the matte finish ones? You got a freaking Ferrari, you want your rims to be shiny, right? Enzos, like I said, are not my favorite, but they're Ferraris, they're cool. They're worthy, they belong. I think they were in the new Fast and Furious movie. I do not like the Fast and Furious movies. The first one was okay. Tokyo Drift was fun to watch, but I didn't like how, like, in the promos for it, they were like, yeah, a new style of racing. And then I was like, that evolved in the mountains of Japan like 20 years ago or so, and has already been popularized in the West by the anime Initial D, which also popularized Eurobeat music, which is, if you're into techno and you haven't heard of it, look up Eurobeat. It's cheesy, it's European, it's wonderful. And revving your engine always sounds good to it. Putting the tires on is pretty easy, just like putting tires on any other toy. You've got the wheel, you've got the tire, you stretch it, you pop it in, and you tuck it under, and you're set. You're good to go. I do like the detail on these. They have the little prancing horses in the middle of each of them. These are, not low quality stuff. They're pretty cheap. It's $20 a kit, which I don't know if that's more expensive or less expensive than like real model kits, like I've been saying. But if it's more expensive, I can understand, because they do like half the work for you, which for me this works out perfect. All right. Then they've got these on the axles. They have these little green things that accept the wheels. So you just kind of pop that on. And one of these I had a little trouble on. Oh, look at that! They kind of steer together. That's really cool. I didn't know about that. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous because I don't, I've never really seen anybody like. But they kind of steer. Check that out. That's really cool, actually. I didn't know that they did that. But there you go. I've got my F50, I've got my 458 Italia, and I've got my Enzo. Thanks for chilling out with me. I got one of these left, just in case I lose one. If anybody needs a free screwdriver, feel free to give me a call, or a set of bland rims. Just let me know. I'm going to recycle the packing of this stuff, and that'll be it. Thanks for watching.